Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Entitled. This is where we talk to the thought leaders, real estate professionals, practitioners, and entrepreneurs of the real estate industry. I'm Bernie Espinosa, along with my co-host,
David Bellinger. How's everybody doing?
Yay, awesome. And welcome to Entitled. The reason why we call it Entitled is David and I both work in the title industry. And, you know, it's just
Fitting
our fun little
term.
play on
Yes,
words.
Yeah, fun little play. Yeah.
Fun little play. So today we have an amazing guest, Dave Panozzo.
That was
Is that
pretty-
better?
No, it's
That was
not so.
That was
Panozzo.
I got it.
close.
Panozzo, Dave Panozzo. I mean, I could probably take a whole half hour just to introduce him and the depths of his experience and what he brings to the table in terms of entrepreneurship, leadership. Thank you for your service, a
Thank you.
veteran.
Yes.
19 years sober today.
I know today.
Today, runs a training academy, is a national speaker. Am I missing anything? Runs a team still and is actively still doing real estate transactions.
And I'm a grandpa.
Okay, and a
Wow.
grandpa.
Three times over.
Dang.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, you just
That's
got...
listen. That's the most important piece of this whole
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
I am a grandfather.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
And you probably didn't know that would be the most important piece until you were, right?
Having daughters and knowing someday.
Yeah.
But that someday is here, and it's really such an amazing title because we always put our grandparents up on this little pedestal. They're always the ones that let you do the cool stuff, or
Yeah.
here's a little candy. Don't tell your mom and dad. It's like now I get to do that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
Do you
revenge
give them
time.
little Red Bulls?
Oh, I have no, not yet.
That's a fantastic
But
idea.
you know the little Smarties with the little
Oh, yeah.
twisties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always pull a couple. I'm like, hey, don't tell your mom. Okay.
Every day's Halloween with the grandparents,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yep.
That's so awesome. Well,
No Red Bull yet.
Not yet.
I don't
not
want to
yet.
stunt their growth.
I mean, yeah. But so this is going to be a fun one. I know that there's so many roads that we could go down with you. You've been in our market for quite some time. You're on a national circuit. We have the privilege of getting to work with you as well on the lawyer's title side of things. And this is exciting. I know that we've been coordinating to get you on here for a couple
know.
months now. And I mean, too bad, you had to spend a month in Thailand and stuff, but welcome back. And we're so happy you're here.
Let's throw a little disclaimer out there, okay? So, my wife and I, over the years, we always do those little 2-dayer, 3-dayer,
Yeah.
and it's always revolving around something, right? Either going to a training event or self-development or, going up to Salt Lake to go see our youngest daughter and her family. And it's always something, and it's like, this is the one time in our life that we actually did something for ourselves.
I think it's so
And
cool.
it felt
Purposeful.
weird. It
bet.
felt really weird because I'm always trying now to better myself. And I'm like, do I really deserve it? Like, that's the kind of crazy shit I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Well, this
Okay.
is live. We
My-
have a 5-second delay. Somebody's bleeping on the
Somebody
other side
hit the
over there.
button.
My wife always says, don't drop the F-bomb. I promise I won't do
No,
that.
it won't be the first time.
But it's one of those things where it's like, that's why I push I am very hard on myself.
Yeah.
And so it was really amazing to have this time off because after about 4 days, it was like, we've never gone past this point. Wow. Now what? And it kept going and it kept going, and we had an amazing time.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
How long did it take you to actually truly disconnect? 4 days, 2 days, 48 hours?
It was probably somewhere in that day 6, 7.
Yeah. That's dang.
We were
When you
we were
realize-
free falling at day 6, 7. Like
Okay.
that was we were unplugged, and then we started to feel the little gravitational pull.
Yeah.
About 4 days, 5 days
Yeah.
out from the trip ending.
Totally.
So it was an amazing time.
Good for you guys.
Amazing
I
time.
think that's what we should all be striving for. Not to go completely off the rails, but in a lot of countries, taking a month off is very standard.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In most countries, there actually
Just
is.
not here.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, people here, they want to take their 2-week vacation. They want to cash it in. They don't want to actually take it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all about
Yeah.
taking the time off.
So
yeah.
And again, you have to
Yeah.
do that for yourself.
Absolutely.
I've learned at an older part in my life, I guess you could say, now that I'm more mature.
Call it maturity,
Okay.
please. Like for everyone in this room, we
Yeah.
call it maturity.
Yeah. It's interesting to now have that approach and say, you know what, life's too short.
Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely. And again, before we totally go off the rails, but you mentioned something that I think is a very big theme for most people, male or female, whatever they might be going through, is this feeling of, do I deserve it?
Right.
And that is attached to worth And are you enough? And, it took 7 days to finally click in and realize you guys were worth it and deserved it, right? Yeah, and probably to see your children and your grandchildren too.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just to
Amazing
do
trip.
it purposefully is the big difference. Like
Yeah.
you said, everybody wants to tag on, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already going to be there doing this. Let's tag on a couple days. But you're right. That's not intentional.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this was really intentional.
That's fantastic.
And
I love it.
it was exciting.
Well, one of the things we always say is we're not saving lives. So a real estate transaction, anything, there's always something on fire every single day. If we are saving lives is one thing, but we're not saving lives for the most part. I'd say 99.9% of the things that we do in our industry are not related to saving somebody's life. So
Well, we're not open heart surgeons.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can screw up paperwork. No one is going to die. That's what I was.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Everyone's all fired up.
Yeah.
I'm like, is anyone going to die? Well, everyone's like, no. I go, we got nothing to worry
That's
about.
all good.
Right.
Well, let's dive in a little bit to your current structure of your business, because you and Kim have
Yep.
grown something into very renowned, well-known. You guys are very well respected in the greater Phoenix marketplace. Outside of that, you're a national speaker. You do a lot of training. You have the academy. But tell us a little bit about what your current, business structure looks like, the team and all of that.
Yeah.
The fun pieces of the standard real estate
Sure,
model,
sure.
right?
Yeah, and I don't want to put people to sleep and have them, swipe to the next deal. We run a team,
Yeah.
okay? And that all started in 2016 when I got my license. Prior to that, Kim had her license for 14 years as a solo agent. So I have a whole case study of what solo agents are going through right now. And it's hard.
Yeah.
Because it's just you, okay? And so my wife took that to the next level. Because of her accounting background, she really systematized her business in what she did by putting systems and processes in place so that she could function at a higher level being a solo agent. Well, when I came along, I was like Wild West, let's shoot them up, bang them up, right?
And you came into real estate later. She had already
Yes.
been doing it, and you joined forces.
I came in 2016. And so from there, it's like the business grew. It was just her and I. We had a little part-time person. And we started getting really good at the lead game, and things started getting really crazy. And we were running and gunning, okay? I mean, it was like, and you got to understand, and not that we're going to go down this road, but my track record prior to all this, there's a lot of failures, okay? I just didn't realize that I was getting prepped for the big show, right? So all my failures from the past, a couple wins here and there, but it kind of led me to this real estate path, and we exploded, okay? And I'll never forget this. It was May of 2017. We took all of our checks and added it up, and I think we made like 85 grand that month.
Dang.
And I was like, 85 grand in 1 month? Like, in being
it,
from
yeah.
the car business
Yeah.
and some of the things that I've been,
Absolutely.
I'm like, this is like GM money. This is like, hey, this is some baller shit going on. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we knew better. All right, calm down. We got to do it again the next month and
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
month after.
Right.
And it's like, there's this magical elixir to where you're like, holy cow. And again, it's not all about the money. It's about the accomplishment of getting to that step that you never thought you could get to.
And at that point, it was just the two of you still, right?
Yeah, it was just
Wow.
maybe
Maybe a couple agents?
Maybe they were just
TC assistant, something like
Yep,
that.
yep. Very small, very controlled. I mean, those were the fun days.
Right.
You know, we were
Yeah.
running and gunning, running all over town. And I was, I'll reflect back on that. It's like back in 2017, if someone was looking for a 2,500 square foot house in North Scottsdale with a pool, you had at least 3 dozen to choose from, all under 600 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like agents are like, what? I go, yep. It just goes to show you, like, I feel like an old man
Bananas.
on the porch talking about prices. Back, way
In a-
back,
in a rocking
you
chair.
know, 1932, as I'm whittling on the
Yeah.
porch. But
You're like, I sold the first cave.
but that was just the other day.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, how quickly time has gone by, and
Right.
you know, market conditions, things like that. And so now, you know, we're at this point to where I'm a huge believer in self-development and whatnot. And we met with someone 3.5 years ago, and he looked at us. He goes, "When are you two going to grow up and stop being selfish?" We're like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I need that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like I'm a let's go between the eyes type guy.
Yep.
And he said, when are you going to get an office and start running a real business? Oh, that hurt.
That like fired you up.
That hurt because I was like, I thought we were on the right path because we were playing it safe.
Right.
See, we have our little mortgage on our house. We had our team meeting at our house. We did our trainings at our house. So I had people, I mean, our neighbors probably thought we were like, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
And so that hit us hard. And we said, I guess it's time for us to step up. And take in mind, this was 3.5 years ago. So the market, remember, was getting super funky.
Right.
Interest rates were 7+. And everyone's like, what are you guys doing? That was probably the best move we ever made because it brought us in tighter. It brought the communication in at a much higher level because we were face to face versus once, twice a week seeing certain people and then the rest of it being texting
Wow.
and
Yeah.
phone calls.
All because you had a location.
Correct.
That changes the dynamics of everything, having that office kind of feel.
Well, and again, a little bit of COVID
hub.
hangover from, can we do a Zoom call?
yeah.
Right.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
We get that.
Oh my gosh.
It's like you look great from the head up. I want to see what's going on down
Yeah.
here.
There's a time and a place for Zoom, don't get me wrong, but
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we wanted to break through that piece and really get
That's
this
cool.
piece going because again, on a Zoom call, yeah, I can see you smiling. I can see a little bit of your facial expressions, but I can't really see your body language. I
feel-
can't see if you're
can't
kind
feel
of
it.
like faking it. It's like, oh, hey, Bernie, how you doing? You're like, oh, I'm good.
yeah,
I can't be like, hey, really, what's going on? It's just not.
it's not the same.
No.
Yeah. So how did you grow from, you have a lot of agents now.
Yeah.
Like what was that an intentional plan? Was it more of an attraction piece where people just kind of kept coming your way? Because I think today, so many, practitioners are always, if they're a solopreneur, they're dabbling with this idea of creating a team. And then a lot of times people get the team, they're like, did we really want to have a team? And then I think that also has a little bit of a shadow in the brokerage model too, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, how did that grow for you guys? And
Well, at the beginning, it was like, could you fog this mirror?
Yep.
You have a pulse.
you're hired.
You're hired.
You're hired.
Okay? Bad mistake.
Right.
First and
Yeah.
foremost, horrible mistake. And then then we started looking at it in a different way. We wanted to align with the right people, okay? Because once you align with the right people, then things start to really,
Okay, alignment is a key word. That's something anybody listening right now that's looking to grow or have teammates, whether formally or informally, alignment's huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to align.
You have to have that. I love that word.
And I'm not talking about kumbaya alignment.
Right.
I'm talking
Agreed.
about,
Core values.
is this person the right person
Right.
to basically be on our team? And is it someone that we want to work? It has to go two ways, right? Yes, I'm the boss. I'm the team leader. I'm the guy that's going to push you. But you have to be open-minded and be able to bring the effort and energy to the table. Like, I can't help you with effort and energy.
That's right.
I can help you drink a ton of Red Bulls, but that's not going to last forever,
Yeah.
okay? I need someone that's hungry,
Yeah.
and a lot of people aren't. So do we pass on a lot of people? Absolutely.
Even in the beginning, it was fog and mirror. Then it became more about your alignment, core values,
Yes.
standards,
100%.
more selective.
Because we had
Intentional.
some
Intentional.
situations where there was some ugliness that happened, and it really disrupted the team. And I'm like, that will never
Yeah.
happen again. So that is one thing and listen, it's my wife and I, right? There's moms, there's single moms, there's fathers, there's grandmas, there's grandpas on our team. This is not like when ego starts to come into play, I'm out. I
Yeah.
had this one interview with a great guy. I was so excited to bring him on the team. And two of the girls on the team said, hey, that dude that you interviewed the other day slid into our DMs and look what he said.
No.
Wow.
Was he cute? Just kidding.
Well, but
It doesn't
just kidding.
matter, Bernie, because guess what? That's not the environment.
I agree.
And again, like I get fired up
But
on that
thank
stuff.
God. I think it's awesome that they showed it to you,
they should,
right?
yeah.
That says a lot.
That
number
says a
one.
lot.
Okay. Number two, that's not the environment I want.
No,
The
I agree.
egos and the
For
don't
sure.
you know who I
Right.
am? There's plenty of that. Go look on social media.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I don't want to work
We could
with
drown
someone.
in it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of entitlement.
Yeah. We always got
There
to
is.
put a plug in there.
Yes.
At some point in every episode, it comes up.
But it is true. But it is true. There's a lot of it. And you said you had a toxic situation that changed your game plan.
Yeah.
It's almost good that that situation happened.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Well, and you also talked about energy and effort, right? Like we talk about it all the time, and there's this little saying. It's like you eat what you kill. You know, it's great to have community. It's great to have some people that you enjoy being around, whether you're a grandpa, a single mom, whatever it looks
Yeah.
like. But you eat what you kill.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't have energy and effort, you're not going to eat.
Yeah. I mean, our team, we don't do the happy hours and all of that kind of stuff because what does that promote?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, our industry is full of it.
Yep.
And yes, I'm sober. I'm not poo-pooing on it, okay?
Right.
I still go to happy hours, shake hands, kiss babies, wave at people, say, hey, what's going
Yeah.
on?
They're
But
like, you're that Dave Panozzo guy. I know.
Panozzo.
I did that on purpose.
But see, that's our industry. That is the playbook
Yeah.
from the 80s.
Yeah.
Come on by for a happy hour.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are we going to accomplish at this happy hour that we can't accomplish in a 30-minute one-on-one
Right.
in an office setting?
Right
Totally.
here.
Are you
Right
trying
here.
to schmooze me
Yep.
with some hors d'oeuvres and some free drinks?
Yeah.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Come on.
Yeah.
Some finger food?
Yeah.
I get it. I agree with you. I think David and I talk about it a lot in terms of what people do in the industry to
Right.
connect. And it's not obsolete. I mean, we probably have a happy hour every single day, right? With different
I know.
intention and purpose. You know, even a broker open today is a social
I
scene.
know. You
So,
get
yeah.
fire breathers and
Yeah.
people doing circus act
Those are
type stuff.
luxury. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
that's the luxury market.
Hey,
I'm not digging on the I'm not digging on
Just
the
so
luxury
everybody
market.
knows, we do not hire fire breathers.
Just so y'all know, we love to sponsor your broker opens.
Yes. But again, I think we're so overstimulated right now.
It's a lot right now.
It's so much.
It's always fun talking to you when we're both kind of comparing notes about like, hey, what are you seeing right now? Hey, what are you seeing right now? And I feel like 5, 6, 7 years ago, there was always a very consistent theme. Today, it's very erratic.
Yeah.
It's all over the map. It is, you got one person here who's killing it, running and gunning, and you got somebody over here who's like trying to figure out,
Well, and there's that middle ground too, because everybody wants to be busy right now. I mean, we talk about it with our sales team all the time, right? Is what you're doing just keeping you busy, or what are the results coming from
and
it?
is it intentional, right?
Yeah.
So
That's a 4-letter word. You say busy in our office, you're going to get punched in the face.
Yep.
You better say, I'm productive.
Yeah.
Because busy, you want busy?
Yeah.
You're going to be busy with a flat tire on the side of the 101 at rush hour, and you can't get a tow truck driver to come pick you up for
Yeah.
2 hours. That's busy.
that's busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good busy.
Busy
I mean,
is your
that's the crappy busy,
toilet
but-
backing up at
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
floods.
Yeah.
Like you gotta see, it's that intention stuff that you gotta put out there. Because when I hear agents say, "I just want to be busy," oh, you want to be busy with 4 houses not appraising?
Right.
Like, what do you want to be busy with?
Right.
Totally.
So be careful on what kind of busy you want.
Yeah. Well, and also the work that goes into that, right?
Yeah.
So, I just had a conversation yesterday with somebody who was telling me about this great talk track that they have, and it's generating good results for them, but they just don't understand how they can move the needle. I'm like, well, maybe you should make more of those phone calls.
Right.
Yeah.
How many of those
Yeah.
calls how many of those people are you touching on a regular basis with intention with that conversation? And the answer is so funny to see this agent step back and go, you're right. You're like, I need to talk to more people. I'm like, how many people are on your phone? Let's go, right? So that effort, that energy, all that intention. And as you grew your team, now how many people do you have in your organization?
We have 25.
25.
Yep.
You guys do regular coaching, and you're
Yes.
very intentional about that.
100%.
And
We have
very,
a format.
Yeah, and
for
you're
all that.
also one of the things that I really respect too is oftentimes when we've come to you with wanting to come in and contribute or be, you love to go through it. Like you're very, strategic about what they have exposure to, because let's not have the weapons of mass distraction.
Yep.
Let's make sure people stay on task and focused.
Yep.
So walk us through a little bit about what that looks like for your coaching for your team. And is that kind of the inspiration that created your academy?
Loaded. You just loaded me up.
I know.
You're good.
Thanks.
Don't
I
look at
try.
her over there.
I do my best. She's just laughing. Kim's just been laughing at me the whole time.
You just stacked. That was a stack.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Let's break it down.
I
Let's
have
deconstruct.
a whole case study of 14 years of my wife.
Yeah, you were on the sidelines for
I
that.
watched what she went through. Okay. So what happens to the typical agent is you go to an event, you go to something sponsored by title, lenders, all this stuff. And then you hear the talking points of AI, emails, social media, all these things, right? They're shiny and they're sexy. And it's like, ooh, you look at that. It's like going into the showroom of a Lamborghini dealership and that Lamborghini spinning around on the little display thing with the spotlights on it. You're like, that's sexy. I want that. But what you don't realize is what you have to do in order to get there.
It's not sexy.
No,
what you have
it's
to do
not.
to get that.
It not. And so then as a solo agent, by no means am I harping on like, oh, you got to be on my team to succeed. It's just, this is the mindset now of the solo agent. And then I can go over into the team aspect. But you go and you're like, oh my God, that really makes sense. God, I want to do that. You go home, you start to try to implement, and then all of a sudden you got some Binzer issues, some title issues. Well, probably not with you guys, but some other title companies, you know, you have some issues, you know, showing didn't show up, whatever the case may be, you're back in the grind. So now that shiny object gets put on the shelf. And then all of a sudden that shiny object starts to get dust on it. And then all of a sudden it gets to a point to where now you have some new buyers or a new listing or whatever the case may be, and you're off and running, you're cashing checks, doing your thing, but you're like, something in your soul is going, I'm still missing something. And see, this is the part that a lot of people don't have the intestinal fortitude to put in that extra work and go the extra mile, because they tap out at 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night and they're like, well, you know, I've had a long day, I've been busy, I'm gonna relax tonight. I'm gonna go to that happy hour, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. And so what happens is you do that over and over and over, a year or two will go by and you're gonna wonder, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? That's where you gotta push yourself. That's where you need that accountability partner. That's where you need to get outside your comfort zone and maybe hit the gym, start eating healthier, start doing some things to make yourself feel better so that you can put forth that extra energy in the late hours or early mornings to get that little shiny object project fixed. And I see that that's the one thing that most agents or team leaders, you know, they kind of quit on themselves because it's hard. Like this stuff is hard.
It's very hard.
It's not. I have brief moments of euphoria followed up with how the hell am I going to do this?
Yeah. Is it euphoria from the Red Bull though?
No.
Okay.
No.
But yet, how hard it is. We have 56,000 agents in the county.
Right.
You know, because they all hear it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they
don't want a boss, or they want to work their own hours,
or they see the outside,
and
right?
they
don't see the inside of the business.
And that's totally fine.
And that's applicable to us. I mean, every one of these ancillary partners in this business, you know, it looks glossy on the outside. It looks sexy on the outside.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm not saying you have to work 18-hour days, but you also can't complain about when you look at your app of your bank account and it's not where you want it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So which, you know,
True enough.
choose your hard.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah. And so then you're coaching with your team. Is that a lot, again, that inspiration piece for kind of building the blocks in terms of the academy?
Yeah, because over the years, what I was finding, and we have a format to where Monday meetings, okay? I believe in a Monday meeting, okay? Sometimes I see the Monday, Tuesday, like, because agents work the weekend.
Right.
They want that reprieve, right? They want that little, I need my time off. Well, that's dragging your job mentality into the real estate world. Because let's face it, everyone's come from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
There's a very small handful of people that this was their first job and they're still in it and it's 5-10 years later. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
But most of us had regular jobs, right? Monday through Friday, corporate, whatever the case may be. I find Mondays, let's rip the Band-Aid off. We have to set the tone on Monday.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because if you go into the week relaxed on Monday. Oh, I deserve a little time off, a little pool time. By Wednesday, you're kind of dusting out the cobwebs and the little crusties in your eye, and then all of a sudden Thursday comes and you're like, oh, I better pull together some showings, or am I going to do a listing open house on Saturday? And then all of a sudden it happens all over, so you're only working like 3 days a week.
Well, you just nailed it, because we get most of our requests for marketing materials for open houses on Thursdays for their Friday and Saturday open houses.
That's convenient.
For sure.
Yeah.
See? So let's get it started. Let's get the party started on Monday.
Yep.
Okay, this is a 7-day-a-week party. That's you want
I
to make the
agree.
big bucks, okay?
Yeah. Right.
So, and again, I always tell
And
people,
most of the community you're serving is probably going to be looking to work on that piece of their life on the weekends.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and again, hey, listen, if you're dealing with some ballers that are business owners,
Yeah,
doctors,
that'll be
guess
different.
what? You can play with them
Yeah.
during the week because they have
Totally.
the flexibility. But most people have some type of work schedule that you can't show them a house at 9:30 a.m. on a Wednesday.
Right.
It just works that way.
Yeah.
So Monday's a meeting, set the tone. Usually I go over a story that's related to real estate. We get into our stats, okay? Stats is something where it's an open roll call. I take everyone. How many escrows do you have right now under contract? How many leads are you working this week? How many buyer broker pre-quals do you have signed? How many people are out showing, and how many listings do you currently have on the market? Because I need to keep the numbers in play front and center every day. So that's Monday. Then I have new agent training on Wednesdays. That's for the newer agents, okay, that are starting to get and understand this industry. And then Thursdays, I do a deeper dive with my older agents that have had a handful of deals or so. Those conversations are a little deeper, because I found when I group them all together, the new guys and gals were asking questions that were putting the older agents to sleep.
Right.
And then when an older agent came up with something, it was too far over their head, and it was just like oil and water mixed together. So I've split that up.
So older meaning more experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vets on the team.
I think that's smart.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worked out. Is it more work on my end? Sure, but guess what? I love doing this stuff,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
Right.
really matter.
That's
and then that
awesome.
way I can bring a higher value and really get down into the nitty gritty and break it down.
What do you see in terms of the activity or actions that your agents take after coaching? Because we always see that, like, there's some that immediately take information and put it to use. There's some that will marinate, some that won't do anything. But where do you find, just in your team, that does that execution action look like?
Well, here's the thing. You show up for 1 hour a week training, okay? And you expect something, right? And I always tell them, if you go sit in your garage for 1 hour a week, are you going to turn into a car?
Right.
It's you.
That's interesting.
Yeah. See, you had
My
to think
wheels-
about that.
My wheels are turning on that.
No, I get that totally.
I
Okay,
totally
yeah.
get it too.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
No different. You show up at church and you get the blessing,
Yeah.
but you go out the door and now you're honking at people in the parking lot because they pulled out in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Where
No,
are we
I get
going
it.
with this?
No, I love this. Like, if you sit in the garage, you don't turn it. Are you going to turn it into a car?
No.
You don't just turn it into a car by osmosis.
No.
You got to do something.
So here's the thing. What are you doing when no one's looking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
someone say this one time, and it's so true. If there was someone with a camera, video camera, filming you all day long, and at the end of the day, they went to your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, and they showed you this film, would your family be proud of you?
That's awesome. You know,
That's deep.
I don't know how familiar you are with emotional intelligence, but one of the first pillars of that is awareness. And there's a practice about watch yourself like a hawk, which is exactly what you just described. Is if you were a hawk following you around
Yeah.
all day long, and you're taking in all of your activity, your emotions, how you're responding, interacting, you know, things you said, how you spent your time, the things that you told people you did, then it's kind of what you just modeled out. And it's so true.
Think about that.
It's so true.
So, because then the husband or the wife, they come home, the spouse goes, boyfriend, whoever goes, how was your day? Oh, you know, these buyers I'm working with, or, you know, this pain in the ass couple that this listing, and they talk garbage about the industry. So now the kids, the spouse, the family hear the parents' response. So now what do you think they think about real estate?
Right. Yeah.
Or lending or title or whatever.
They're
like,
absorbing it in
well,
just
God,
like
that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you pull out the play tape and you're like, here's what your dad did all day.
Right.
He was on TikTok for 4 hours. Hey, I set my team up one time. This was years ago. Listen
I'm
to
not
this.
on TikTok, so I just think
Listen
it's
to
so
this.
funny.
So this is awesome. So 10 a.m. meeting. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys, hey, check this out. I go, I just found out this new hack on Instagram. It's amazing. I go, open it up to this one point. Everyone just have your phone out. And I went around and I saw how much time, I went to the.
You saw how much everybody
their
was on.
usage
I went to that piece. Guys.
We used to do that with our kids at the dinner table.
Okay, well, I threw up in my mouth first. I passed out. And then when I came back, it was a 10 a.m. meeting. Some agents, okay, at 10 a.m. had 2 hours of clock time.
Dang.
Already.
3
On
hours,
social.
30 minutes. Another one was like, 50 minutes at 10 a.m.
Dang.
Okay?
Wow.
That's just on one channel,
Dang.
one platform
Yeah.
at 10 a.m.
That's bananas.
Okay? This thing,
It's bananas. Yeah.
deadly.
Yeah.
Deadly because not only is that going on, okay? See, everyone's all teed up right now. Like you said earlier, all this well, let's face it. Right now we could call Uber Eats. We could probably get Dominic's to deliver a seafood tower and a tomahawk steak flown in from Japan here in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We could order some stuff on Amazon. It's going to show up by 4 p.m.
Yep.
Okay. We can jump in a car that doesn't have a human being driving it. All this technology stuff, right? And it's right here, right now. Then all of a sudden, we get a lead from a buyer, and that buyer thinks that they can go out and buy a house, close on it today, and have the pool dug, and they can be in their pool drinking a margarita this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the seller thinks, oh, well, this is going to go smooth. I'll probably have multiple offers before it even hits the market. Everyone is keyed up. They're on edge. Yeah. It's up to us to like, hey,
Manage the
this
expectation.
this is a process.
Yeah.
There's humans involved in this deal. This is not Uber Eats. This is not Amazon Prime delivery next day or you get your money back. Like, that's the industry we're in right now.
Yeah.
This is the setting. And people want to know why they're losing their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink more Red Bull. It'll go faster.
Well, and that's the next batch of realtors coming in, right? Because they've grown up
faster.
that they don't know a different way.
Correct.
I mean, Amazon's a perfect example. My kids will go through and wait, it won't be here today. I'll go find one that will be. Oh,
Yeah.
it's more. It's
It
all right.
costs
I
more,
need it
that's
today.
okay. Yeah.
You
$4
can't wait
more,
a couple
but I can
days.
get it. I can
Listen,
get it
these
earlier.
kids today, I'm going to tell you right now, they have no clue what bored is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
They have no clue. My little nephew, he's like on a hoverboard with an iPad and Google glasses and all this stuff. And he looks at me and he's like, hey, Uncle Dave, I'm kind of bored. Like, he looks like he's from the future.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, we had sticks, stones, we had cartoons we could watch only like once a week.
Yep.
And you had to get up and change the
Yeah.
TV. This was not that long
We
ago.
had to make stuff up to have a good time
Yeah.
when we were
You went
younger.
outside and played,
Yeah.
for God's sake.
Exactly.
Now I sound like an old man.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's the thing. It's all about the expectations, like you said, and walking people through the process.
Right.
Now, just because you do it once does not mean you do it once. You still have to remind people. Like, hey, listen, remember when we talked the other day? This is what's going on with your transaction
Right.
or the buyers on your sell side, whatever the case may be. Same with agents. Like, new agents come in, like, oh, this is really hard. I don't think these open houses are working. I'm like, oh my God. Like, tell me what happened. Like, how many open houses have you done? Well, 2. Okay. Well,
Iteration number 3 is around the corner.
how about we get consistent?
Yeah.
How about we
Yeah.
get consistent? You know,
Yeah.
how many people have you talked to at both these
Yeah.
open houses? Well, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I mean,
like, come on now.
there's got to be iteration. There has to be focus. There has to be subtle pivots and tweaks. and there has to be commitment. I think one of the things that, keeps hitting me as you're sharing is, I wonder for Dave, what's more, discipline or motivation?
Oh, discipline.
I think so too.
You can fake motivate. Motivation is temporary.
Yeah.
It's an elixir. It's literally a Red Bull that wears off in 30 minutes.
Yeah, discipline is, I think, the key to everything.
I'm telling you.
If you need to be motivated, here's a meme.
Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah. Go do a jumping jack or something. Here's the thing. Discipline, again, is when people aren't looking at you, when no one is watching.
When no one's
it's
around.
what you do behind the scenes. If people saw what my routine was and what I do, they'd be like, "That's psycho." Okay.
What gets you off track? Is there anything that gets you off track?
Gets me off track?
Yeah, like you say, if everybody saw your routine, what is that? When you get into cadence, it takes a pebble of sand to get out of rhythm.
Well, and again, I reflect back in 2014, I was going through a weird little Dave Panozzo version, 8.0. And I was
8.0.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, trust me, I'm almost up in double digits. And I was just in a weird spot, okay? And family was together. Kim and I almost got divorced. Like, it was after that. So you'd be like, well, Dave, what's wrong? Everything should be good. And so I started a journal, okay? And for those people that, have never journaled, I highly recommend it. My first journal entry, October 2014. What the hell is wrong with you? Start getting up on time. It was like 8:32 a.m. Second journal entry. Then I was like, what the F is wrong with you? Couldn't get up today. That was like
Wow.
8:15. Third entry, I don't know what's wrong with me, fail. And like my first dozen entries into this journal was fail. Like I couldn't get up. I didn't have the motivation to get up in the morning. Because prior to that, I was pointing the finger.
Blame. The blame game.
I was pointing the finger on some circumstances from the past, current situation, bad business deal, bad business partner, all this stuff. But the one thing I left out was looking in the mirror at myself. And I had to get real. It sucked.
And this was
It really was rough.
And by then you were already sober, so there wasn't
yeah.
any of the
No.
drinking issues involved in terms of this time in your life.
No, it was me. Like I was about to get that new version was starting to like morph, right?
The transition.
Oh man, and I'm telling you what, like I still have these journals that
That's huge,
I can
though.
go back and look and see how far I've come because
That was the growth spurt that you
Yep.
were going through. That's awesome.
Because of the discipline that at that point I put into myself. At the end of 2014, last journal entry going into 2015 was, I'm starting to understand why being consistent is what's helping me get through this. And it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
now I can say it without crying, but it's like, that's how messed up I was, right?
Wow.
We all have it.
Yeah.
Like there's even another version of myself that will probably pop out here in the next 6 to 12 months because I'm putting a lot of work into it.
That's awesome.
And you keep going, and it's like, I think people are always like, well, why don't you take it easy, relax? You're older now. Okay.
You're more mature.
You go do that.
Yeah.
I have more to give.
I
You
love
know what I mean?
that.
Like, how
Yeah.
much more impactful can I be?
Foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I
I
love
agree.
going fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dave, let me ask you. So right now you have 25 on the team.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a goal?
937. No. Listen, so at the end of the day, it's like, we are not on a mission with, I got to have 50 agents,
Right.
40 agents. It's that 25, 30, that's very manageable, right?
Right.
But finding 25
Yeah.
Billy badass people that want to grow together, okay? That's really the whole key to
It's
that.
a don't panic, it's organic scenario, and you just happen to. It seems like
Yeah.
intentionally but organically gotten to that number of agents.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like-mindedness. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when you put and again, in any business, I want to have 100 employees where, you're at employee number 5. Okay, well, relax, okay? And again, it's like, just because you have the numbers doesn't mean that those 100 people are going to be awesome, right? So if someone self-attracts and we align and it's a good fit, then yes, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Because good people are hard to find.
I agree. So true. What do you think is your singular best piece of advice for any realtors out there right now that are active in their business? I know it's a loaded question because there's probably lots of layers to that, but
there is always something in your personal life that if you can get that under control or be better at it, that will pour into your business sometimes 10x, 50x, or 100x. Because I find a lot of people, they want to do really good in business, right? But their personal life, they're overweight, not eating really good, they're not exercising, they're hanging out around the wrong people, okay? But they expect their business to really thrive. Those two don't go together.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to change it all up. That little side project or that little thing that hey, I'm going to sign up for a 5K. Oh, I don't really have time. Do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, good.
Challenge
I love
yourself.
Yeah.
Like, stop putting yourself last. Everybody gets a piece of it. Whether you're single, you're giving a piece to your friends. Whether you're married and have kids, you're giving a piece to your spouse, your kids. And then if you work with other people, you're giving a piece to them. And we have a tendency to leave ourselves last. Mm-hmm. Put yourself first. Well, first God, okay?
Yeah, I love that.
We can't screw him over, all right? Got to keep him. Got to keep God in
You
line.
really can't. Yeah.
He comes first,
Yeah.
and then you.
Yeah.
And I think that once you flip that around, things start to fall in place. Because whenever someone says, I don't have time for that. Well, can you get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock? There's time. It's whether or not you want to make the priority.
Whether you use that time, yeah.
And so now
Yeah.
I find that I get up, alarm goes off at 4:29.
I'm 427.
I'm a 420.
I'm a 4.
Well,
I get up at 4:20 because I like to have another 10 minutes before I get out of bed.
Yeah. So for me, it's 4:29. That first hour, I'm not looking at this. I'm doing my.
You're
I'm
doing
doing my
taking care of you.
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Me
if
too.
I start the day off like that, everything is secondary. Am I perfect? No. Do I have a day that, oh my God, the alarm? And my day is not.
Thank you for being human.
My day is not as solid as it could be.
Yeah.
And so the people that are sleeping in last minute or scurrying out the door, in 10 minutes to go make it to a meeting or go meet a client, like you're now giving yourself to everyone else except you.
Yeah.
And that's a big, big deal. Big deal. And if the listeners out there are watching this, I want you to play the 168-hour game. So there's 168 hours in the week. So put 168 hours up top. Next, you're going to go, how many hours a day do you sleep? Cook, clean, take care of family, whatever. See how many hours you have left over at the end of the week, and you will be blown away.
Yeah.
I've had especially moms where they're like, I just don't have any time, and and I'll break it down, and sometimes I'll find 20, 30 hours, and they're like, oh my God, what am I doing with my time?
And then you ask them for their Instagram app to see how much time they're spending.
we actually did a similar exercise with our sales team when we were all trying to figure out, no time to prospect, right? That's everybody's story. Don't have any time to prospect. And do you remember when we went through that on the whiteboard and we were like, how many hours do you spend on this? And we reverse engineered it and we're like, there's time, guys. We just have to decide.
Yeah.
We have to decide. When you're on that national speaker circuit, I know you, again, the Panozzo Academy, but like, where do you find your trainings are about? Is it mindset? Is it practical? Is it the tactical? Is it theory? I mean, like, what does that feel like for you?
So if you're looking at a graph, it's like, okay, real estate's in the middle here, okay? Back out of that, it starts with you, your mindset. How are you treating yourself? Mind, body, soul, the whole 9 yards. Like, that stuff has to be cleaned up before you even step on
Yeah.
the playing field of business.
Yeah, you have a very holistic approach, which I think is refreshing because I think at surface, somebody might see you as more that militant style.
Right.
Well, again, you have a military background,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes what happens is that I'll see someone clean up that front end piece, and then all of a sudden their business starts to thrive. Oh my
Surprise,
God!
surprise.
Interesting
Wow!
how that works.
Wow!
Yeah. Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that amazing?
Yeah.
Because let's face it, you get a nice little tan, lose a couple pounds. You've been in the gym consistently. What are people going to say? Wow, Bernie, you look great. Can you put a price on that?
No.
How does that make you feel?
Great.
It makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you jump on a call. How are you going to feel during
Yeah.
that call?
Smiling and dialing.
Confident.
Then how's that client going to feel? Oh my God, chain reaction.
Yeah.
Start living in that mindset and that type of feeling all the time. Oh my God.
Show up and show out like that.
Write
Yeah.
the ticket.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah. What do you have coming up? Like, what are some things that we can do for you, promote for you? I know you did a boot camp earlier
Yep.
this year. Like, what do you got going on?
Right now, the fourth quarter is very interesting. There is probably going to be a very small mastermind.
Okay.
Like a tight knit, like
I love
maybe
it.
20, 25 people. Okay. That's going to be at our new office, which is super exciting. That we're actually moving into in the next 48
Are you?
hours. Yeah.
Get out. I
Yeah, yeah.
remember the whole airplane hangar thing. So you guys are getting a new space.
Yeah, we're not no hangar yet, okay? No plane yet, but we're working on all that. But yeah, new location, awesome training room. It's going to be a really cool environment. And it's actually going to be right down the street from my favorite gym, the Hive.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing some things in the future that are going to be really, really cool.
I love that.
awesome.
Like I said, I feel like we could have a multiple series with you sharing with us, and I do want to dive in a little bit into your sobriety journey. Was that a choice from just a health perspective? Did you just feel like that was something you needed to do?
Well, when
And I
you
know we're getting
how
close to
how
it.
much are we good on time?
We're okay. Yeah, we have
Okay.
a few more minutes. You can wrap us up with some motivation through that.
Well, here's the thing. When you crash into your neighbor's car and total it, and
Oh, geez.
you don't remember, yeah,
That's
You might
it.
have a problem.
you probably have a problem.
Talk
Okay.
about a sobriety checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was probably the ninth life of the cat at that point, and I knew I probably could have gotten away and did my thing, but Kim said, "Hey, listen, you got to make a choice. Here's a couple numbers to rehabs. You need to because I'm done."
Wow.
And so I stared at a phone for about 6 hours, made the phone call. And that was literally 19 years ago
Wow.
today.
It's the first day of a new version of you.
Congratulations. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that was version 1.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
amazing. Congrats.
That was version 1. Thank
we,
you.
We would love to have you back on another episode where
Yes.
we just talk about health, development, mindset, the things that you've gone through, from.
Absolutely.
There's a lot
because
more.
There's so much more.
I can unpack a lot, guys.
I love it. Yeah, you've been amazing. Thank you for joining us. What are some parting words for us? Anything that, you want to share with us that we haven't really gotten a chance to touch on?
No, here's the thing. To people that are listening out there, okay, we're all going through something.
We're all
You're
going through
going through
something.
something.
Yep.
You're going through something.
Very well said.
And no one is going to die, okay? Like, and here's the thing. When things get frustrating, it's because you don't know what to do.
That's right.
This is where I find your inner circle. Who is in that inner circle? Who are you confiding in? Are you confiding in someone that's kind of in your ballpark? Because that person's going to give you advice on stuff that they haven't experienced. And so I'm really, really big. If I am really against the wall on something, I need to make sure whoever I'm talking to is vetted in a way that they have experienced it and that they're giving me real advice, not something hypothetical if they were in my shoes of what they would do.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I find a lot of people, sometimes I caught 2 agents in the hallway the other day talk about listings. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Well,
I could totally see him doing
they're
that.
like, listings and this and I go, what's your experience? Well, I haven't had one yet. I go, what's your experience? I haven't had one. What the hell are you two talking about then?
I just watched your YouTube video on that yesterday. Yeah.
That's
now you
so
do a whole
great.
video on it. Practice.
Yeah.
Preach what you've what you have practiced, right?
100%.
Absolutely.
Like that's the cheat code. Don't go to your friend group and
Right.
ask them about, sales stuff when they're all working salary jobs.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't consult with your mom or your dad if you're younger and tell them about your sales problems when they're an accountant and maybe they work at Intel or something. Like they're not in sales. Don't talk about
Yeah.
sales stuff with them.
Yeah.
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 Stay in your lane.
Totally.
Yeah.
Find the right resources.
Because I'll tell people, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't know. And they're like, what do you mean? I've never been through that. Now, I'll give you advice on maybe what I think you should do, but let's find someone that knows the answer.
Oh,
There
that's
you go.
cool.
Like,
That's
who-
it right there.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to give them bogus stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's
then they're like,
awesome.
well, shit, it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So,
well,
love
I
it.
could see why people enjoy being in your circle, in your ecosystem. So
It's a lot of fun.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Appreciate you being
What's the
on.
best way to reach you?
I'll throw my cell phone out there. It's
Okay.
480-785-6990. You can Google the Panozzo team, get in touch with us there. Instagram, the Panozzo team, we're everywhere.
Okay.
So,
Love it. Yeah.
Love it.
Worldwide.
Thanks
right.
again.
Thank you so
World
much.
domination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for tuning
Thank you,
in. This has
everyone.
been a fantastic episode with Dave Panozzo and the Panozzo Group and the Panozzo Academy and just all kinds of things regarding how to be better at life.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Very inspiring. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone.
Awesome.